We're going to be cooking these beautiful lamb ribs from Holy Cow in Cambridge, and yep, they're absolutely melty. So we're going to be cooking those on the Charmate Corona today, getting that as hot as possible. So we're kind of aiming for 450, 500 degrees. We're going to do them for about 35 to 45 minutes. So we've actually got a kettle cone in here, as you see, and what this basically does is concentrate the heat up onto the lid, and then it smashes down on any protein that you have on the grill. So it's a really good way of controlling a very, very hot and fast cook. In terms of rubbing, we're going to use Rum & Q ramrod today. Just put some moisture on this so the rub adheres to the outside of those ribs. So looking for a really good even coverage on these, because we want to set a bark on them. You know, it's a very quick cook, but you can still set a good bark with this rub. Large chunk of cherry wood. Actually going to place that on the grill above the coal. Now the reason we do that is because we don't want it smouldering and creating massive plumes of white smoke. Nice thin blue smoke, and what I found is when you put it in this configuration, you get to that blue smoke really quickly. So we've opened the vents on the bottom of the barbecue. We're also going to open the vent on the top. So the pit's approaching 450, so that's the temperature we want to cook at now. So we're just going to get these lamb ribs on, and we're just going to place them in a star formation. And what we're trying to do here is keep them as close to the edge as possible so that there's no direct heat on the edges of the meat. And we're basically not going to look at those now for about 30 minutes. We're going to check for colour. Probably going to push those through to about 35, 45 minutes. Okay, so it's approaching 45 minutes. We're just going to have a look at the colour. Starting to caramelise. You can see those fats rendering. You can see it's all nice and juicy on this rib here. That's about as far as you want to take them before you actually braise them off. So we're just going to get these into a tray now. And we're just going to put a tiny bit of water in the bottom, 2 mil deep. We're not going to pour it over the ribs, we're just going to pour it to the side here. So we're just going to get some foil onto that. And now what we want to do is seal this real tight. And we're going to get that back onto the pit. So what we've done is we've actually taken out our kettle cone now, and we've just moved all of this coal to one side of the barbecue. Just going to place our lamb indirect just on one side. What we're going to do, because there is a fair bit of heat there, we're actually going to rotate that lamb after about 20 minutes. We're about 45 minutes into that braise. Smells absolutely fantastic. So we're just going to stick our probe in here now. And yep, they're absolutely melty. So I'm pretty happy that they're done.